was just an overall love of movies. Just, yeah, I think the whole process is something that I have grown to really love. Film Columbus is a private nonprofit organization. We're a 501(c), created, well, it's been a process of years, but we launched about a year ago. We're a member of the Association of Film Commissioners International, and you know, most film commissions are created to market a certain region to outside areas, like places like Hollywood or New York or wherever these productions are coming from. But we're kind of a new kind of film commission. We act as a central hub of filmmaking for the area. We try to be a place where we can give out information about things that are happening for actors, for filmmakers, for things like that. I was just talking to a producer who works in New York, and he just got done with just making 2 feature films there, and he lives here in town. He wants to work here in Columbus, right, but he can't because the incentives aren't here. What those are incentives for people to, they get money back if they bring their productions here over a certain amount of money. It pretty much opens the floodgates. We would be fighting things like weather and crew. We don't really have a crew base, but oftentimes if you introduce those incentives, the crew will come. There's all kinds of artisans. There's a lot of people that have a lot of experience. I think what happens sometimes with these local filmmakers is they want to hire these grips and gaffers and electricians, and they don't have the funds to give them what they're normally used to working for commercials and corporate work. And it's difficult for these people who have mouths to feed and, you know, mortgages to pay, that they don't necessarily want to give up that income for someone else's artistic vision. Unfortunately, that's just the reality of it. We have a lot of unique locations. Oftentimes, art directors and producers and directors, they want to shoot places that have never been shot before. You know, I think that we could also make places in Columbus look like various places throughout the country, or maybe throughout the world. For example, there's a fellow by the name of Sam Jager who he's already promised to make a movie here in the central Ohio area called Take Me Home. And it is basically a road trip movie that goes from coast to coast. And most of it he would want to shoot here in central Ohio, making it look like Kansas and Pennsylvania and areas in the Midwest and things like that, and the East Coast. So, you know, we've already scouted, we've looked at different locations, and we think we can make it work. You can make a decent living. I think most people kind of just scrape by, but it's more of a passion of liking the work. Maybe it's just not being in an office or have to punch a clock or something like that, but I think it's just more of a passion that people have. Even if it's just corporate video or something like that, it's still, you're kind of in that genre.